Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Jamie Gittens to Chelsea transfer agreement confirmed as challenging statement released. In a summer already filled with noise and fireworks at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea have taken yet another major step in reinforcing their attacking artillery. After weeks of speculation, back-and-forth negotiations, and carefully calculated positioning behind the scenes, Borussia Dortmund have publicly confirmed that Jamie Gittens is set to join Chelsea Football Club. A statement issued on Thursday evening by the German Giants marked the final confirmation that Chelsea's persistence has paid off, and the 20-year-old English winger is heading back to his homeland in a move valued at £55 million. This marks Chelsea's fourth signing of the summer, following the arrivals of Liam Delap, João Pedro, and Kian Best, but Gittens is arguably the most high-profile and symbolically significant addition of them all. Not just because of his price tag, but due to what he represents: raw English talent, elite academy development, and a high ceiling yet to be reached. The deal has taken time to materialize. It was initially reported that Chelsea had made a £42 million bid earlier in the month, a number that was swiftly rejected by Dortmund. The Bundesliga outfit, renowned for their ability to develop and sell elite young talent at a premium, knew exactly what they had in Gittens, and they weren't going to let him go for anything less than full value. The negotiations that followed were not smooth. In fact, Dortmund sporting director Sebastian Kehl admitted, "The talks with Chelsea were challenging," before adding, "But ultimately we are pleased that we can most likely realize our financial ambitions and then have planning security." This statement reflects the delicate balance Dortmund had to maintain. Gittens, after all, had become one of their prized assets. Signed for a nominal fee in his youth, the English winger was nurtured in their highly respected academy setup and slowly introduced into the professional setup. The plan had always been to gradually increase his minutes, but as Chelsea's interest grew louder and more persistent, it became clear that a move was inevitable. Now, Dortmund stand to make a significant financial gain, while Chelsea land one of the brightest attacking talents in European football. Dortmund CEO Lars Ricken issued a heartfelt tribute to the departing player, saying, "Jamie Gittens' career is exemplary for the development of top talents at BVB. We discovered Jamie very early, signed him practically for free, continuously developed him in our youth academy, and also offered him playing time at the highest level with the professional team. Jamie has repaid the trust placed in him with commitment, performance, and goals." It was a fitting tribute to a player who had grown under the yellow wall, but who now seeks new challenges in the blue of London. Ricken's words echoed the mutual respect both parties had built over the years, a reminder that while transfers can be business, they are often also personal. Gittens is set to sign a 7-year contract with Chelsea, with the option for an additional year, a structure that has become somewhat of a trademark for the club's recruitment model in the Burley era. These extended contracts not only give the club long-term control but also allow room for development without immediate pressure. The model has worked with Cole Palmer, and Chelsea hope to replicate that success with Gittens. Although Gittens has already arrived in the United States to meet with Chelsea's traveling squad at the Club World Cup, it is unlikely that the deal will be completed in time for him to feature in Saturday's high-stakes quarter-final against Palmeiras. However, sources close to the club suggest that he could be registered before the semi-final if Chelsea advance. Given his talent and versatility, Gittens could play a role on either wing or even in a central advanced role depending on Marresca's tactical needs. The 20-year-old's addition adds to what is rapidly becoming one of the most youthful, versatile, and explosive forward groups in all of European football. With Palmer, João Pedro, Delap, and Nkunku, subject to transfer rumours, and others like Nicholas Jackson and Maduke, Chelsea are crafting a new identity. One built not just on marquee names but on flexible, coachable young talents ready to be moulded into champions. From Dortmund's perspective, this is a typical chapter in their story of world-class talent development. But for Chelsea, it's another step in their aggressive evolution under Marresca. A calculated, targeted signing meant to reshape the profile of their wide play. And the timing is intentional, with Mudryk facing uncertainty, Nkunku being discussed with other clubs, and Maduke possibly leaving. Gittens gives Chelsea a high-upside insurance policy with immediate impact potential.
Here we go. Fabrizio confirms Osimhen to Chelsea. From today, Chelsea fans' dreams come true. Here we go again. João Pedro signs for Chelsea, and guess what? Osimhen is next. Transfer madness hits new levels at Stamford Bridge. The Stamford Bridge floodgates have opened, and Chelsea's transfer machine is officially in overdrive. After weeks of speculation, backroom negotiations, and hidden camera sightings at Cobham, João Pedro is a blue. And yet, the celebrations haven't even reached their peak, because the biggest move of the summer might still be around the corner. Enter Victor Osimhen. Yes, even after sealing the £52 million deal to bring João Pedro from Brighton to West London, Chelsea's sights are firmly set on the crown jewel of their attacking ambitions. Sources close to the club, journalists in Italy, and even whispers from inside Napoli suggest that the Blues are not done yet. João Pedro is just the beginning of a massive summer strategy. The true prize? A world-class number 9, a goal machine, a striker who doesn't just finish chances, he creates chaos in every defense he faces, and that striker is Victor Osimhen. At first glance, some might assume that João Pedro's arrival would cool Chelsea's pursuit of another forward, but that's far from the truth. If anything, his arrival amplifies the need for Osimhen. Why? Because Pedro isn't the final puzzle piece. He's the bridge, the connection between midfield build-up and penalty box domination. He's the clever link-up player, the second striker, the flexible weapon who can feed the beast. Chelsea didn't sign João Pedro to lead the line. They signed him to support the killer, and Osimhen is exactly that, the killer. Despite already boasting Nicholas Jackson and the recently acquired Liam Delap, Chelsea are fully aware that none of their current strikers are the finished product. Jackson, while promising, is still wildly inconsistent in front of goal. Delap is one for the future, not the present. Christopher Nkunku? Injuries have limited his ability to become the prolific force he was at Leipzig. And João Pedro? He's more of a dynamic facilitator than a ruthless number 9. This is where Osimhen becomes the missing piece. Victor Osimhen is not just a good striker, he's a generational talent. He's the kind of forward that transforms an entire attack, terrifies defenders, and gives Chelsea something they haven't had since the days of Didier Drogba and Diego Costa, an elite, proven finisher at the peak of his powers. Let's look at the facts. In his loan spell at Galatasaray, Osimhen was electric. 30 appearances, 26 goals, 5 assists, a domestic double, clutch performances in big games, a brace in the Turkish Cup final. This isn't hype, this is output. This is what Chelsea have been missing. And with Napoli's £113 million release clause set to expire on July 15th, time is ticking. The Blues know this is their chance, a limited-time offer to sign one of the world's best strikers for a fixed price. After that, Napoli can demand whatever they want, and you can bet it won't be cheaper. Despite interest from Saudi clubs and a potential Galatasaray return, Osimhen's dream has always been the Premier League. And Chelsea? They've built the perfect platform, a young, high-tempo side with a fresh manager, a revamped attacking structure, and a system crying out for a focal point. And don't forget, Chelsea have room. Nkunku could still be sold. João Felix's future remains unclear. Drogha is likely to depart. And with Kepa, Chalobah, Cucurella, and others also available for transfer, the club is generating financial space exactly when they need it most. Even Enzo Marresca is pushing behind the scenes. The new boss knows that with Osimhen up top, his tactical philosophy will explode into life. Chelsea's pressing game, transition speed, and ability to break down low blocks would all take a leap forward with the Nigerian leading the line. Meanwhile, João Pedro is quietly preparing for his role in this revolution. He's not the main character, but he might be the perfect supporting act. He'll roam, he'll create, he'll draw defenders. And when the ball is whipped into the box or dropped on the penalty spot, there will be one man Chelsea fans can count on to bury it: Victor Osimhen. The buzz at Cobham is growing. The message from the board is clear. Chelsea are going all in, not just to compete, but to dominate. And with Pedro already signed, they've proved this isn't just talk. This is strategy, execution, belief. The storm has started at Stamford Bridge. João Pedro is here. Osimhen is coming. And Chelsea? They're building something terrifying.